Hello Aplus traders, welcome again to another weekly market forecast. This is for the month of April 12 through 16th. I hope I'm right. Let me check the date. Alright, 12th of April to 16th of April. So before we begin, if you are new to our trading channel, please hit the subscribe button below and also like this video. So we begin with reviews of last week trades. So last week we were bullish on Euro AUD. We were looking to buy around this region and price went. We were bullish actually. We bought already from here, so price was pushing up. And let me use this cursor to actually know exactly. Right, this was 30th April. Yeah, we bought around here and price was pushing all the way up, and we had a trade. I think that trade hit 320 pips in our favor, and on the lower time frame I was expecting more bullish action, so I plotted this level as my MOB. I wanted price to come back here, then I continue buying again, like I take a new position because we close. Price actually hit at profit on the previous trade, but price didn't do that. Rather, we saw price did this, pushed up. So this level is still my MOB. I will expect price to bounce off from here. I would love to see price bounce off from here if I'm still going to stay bullish on this trade. But for now, we are seeing on a daily, we actually got a rejection from the top. We actually got a rejection from a slight rejection from this top. So we need to be very careful trading Euro AUD for this week. I'm long term bullish because we see this trend line being broken and retested. So if you are selling, sell with care. I'm more interested in the buy opportunities on this pair. I'm more interested in the buy opportunities. So if I see price drop a little bit, reject this level, I'm going to continue buying. But if I don't see that, I'll wait for it at the bottom, then continue buying to the upside. So the next on this list is Euro card. A Euro card, we were also bullish last week. We were buying from this bottom last week around here. See, if you can still remember, I went to my 45 minutes time frame and I plotted a tiny trend line. Yeah, that's that trend line there, and I said you should wait for price to retest this trend line, and price did what? Gave off a false breakout, came down, broke close below and went up again. So even if you didn't catch the move from here, at least at the break of this previous highs and at the retest, you saw that retest, you should have been in this move, and we made good profit from Euro card last week. So for this week we still stay bullish, but I wanted to see Euro card break above this zone before we go bullish finally. But if I see it push up, then give us a rejection around here, I'm going to sell back to this level. But for now, stay bullish on Euro card. Look for rejections from the bottom previous MOB. So if you get any price rejections around this level or around here, this previous level that was broken, so we are going to buy. I'm more interested in buying for now until price reaches that tops where we have the yellow lines at the top. Only when I see price hits this top, these levels, and give me a rejection, that is when I will start looking for a sell. But for now, I'm still bullish. I look for rejection here, then we move to the upside. So that is for Euro card. Another pair I want us to review from last week is GBP USD. So GBP USD, I was actually bearish. So we have been selling. We had a sell from here. You can see from here I had a sell, and we are expecting price to drop down. Price have been a bit slow, so this week I want to see price break this low. We may actually see something of such on the lower time frame. So I want to see price close below that low, retest, then keep pushing to the downside. Our target is over 300 pips on this trade. So if you want to join this trade, you can still join. Just wait for price to break that low first. Let me check the lower time frame and see if I can draw that out perfectly for you to see also. So what you need to do is just go to your entry time frame, plot this out. Right, I did that today. So wait for price to close below that, retest, then you can now take a sell entry from there. And also place your target at where I have my targets. Alright, so this is like a free signal already for you. So this is like a free signal. So Euro AUD, we were selling to Euro AUD. Price was up here. If you can remember, last week price was up here. I drew a trend line on the lower time frame. I said wait for price to close below that trend line. So this is it. That is that trend line there. I was saying wait for price was around here, so I said wait for price to close below, then we sell. And I'm still bearish on Euro AUD. If you look at the higher time frame market structure, I want to see price back to this zone. So I'm expecting this trend line here to get broken and we see price straight to the bottom. So with this, going to the lower time frame, look at what price just did here. Let me pick up this too. So price came here, bounced off, came again. So this is more like a very lovely zone. So you see, price is still bearish. There is no change in market structure. There is no shift in market structure too. So price is very much bearish. So don't start buying. Forget. I know price actually rejected this trend line here, but don't jump in and start buying. Alright, until we see that break of this high and price forming a new lows and or lower highs, then we can change the projection. So for now, to me this is more like a double top, and price will keep pushing down. So if you want to join this trade, you can join at current market price, place your stop loss around here. Though for me it will be too tight, so but for me I will just place mine around here if I'm to join, because I actually closed my trade on GBP AUD last week, so I will be expecting to join. But to be on a very much safer side, do this: wait for price here, or you wait for price here. Wait for price to break any of these levels I'm drawing. The first one is here, price close below, retest, then you join. Or you wait here, price close below here, then you join to the downside. Make sure your stop loss on GBP AUD is very tight, because GBP AUD is a very fast pay and the pay value also high. So in case we get that rejection here and we see the upside, so I'm still looking for more downside. On GBP AUD, but we can see this again, so that is GBP AUD. And also we were buying USD card last week, so we bought from this bottom the other 2 weeks ago. Then we were expecting more buys from here, and price pushed up and it's coming down again. Now this level is more like an MOB level for me. So if this week we see a rejection on the lower time frame, on our entry time frame, alright, so if we get a rejection within this level, then we buy to the upside. But if you don't see that rejection, don't jump in and buy. If you see price breaking down, just wait for it to break below this level, retest, then we continue selling to this downside, because this is very much a bearish trend. You see, it's a bearish trend. So we were just looking for a counter trend to join to the upside. It's still very bearish trend. So that is what I'm a bit neutral on USD card this week. So last week also we were looking for selling opportunities on AUD JPY, and we got that sell. Price was around here, and I said watch out for rejections, then sell. The first move actually was made, and we didn't got in on was in the signals channel. We didn't jump in on time, so we got in late. So I had to wait for price to retest here, and we got in. Price moved down almost 50% of our projected target, and is retesting the entry. So for this week I'm still bearish. I'm going to keep holding this trade till price hit our TP. Our TP is down here, so price went 50% of our projected target. So I want to see price drop down, and if possible continue heading to the downside. So still very much bearish on AUD JPY. Then gold did us very well last week. We got over 600 pips from gold. We were buying from this level down here. Hey, change that. We were buying from this level down here, and it went all the way up. So on the lower time frame, on my entry time frame rather, I actually plotted this out. This is my MLB level. I wanted to see, and price was here when I did that, when I plotted this out. I wanted to see price drop, tag here and retest, but on Friday I was not on screen. I'm just seeing this now. Price did this. So for this week I won't jump in and start buying. I want to see price slow down again into this level, reject, then I can keep buying to the upside. But if that is not going to happen, if you see price drops close below, then so I'm long term bullish on gold, fine. But for this week we may actually see some selling pressure coming this week, but I'm long term bullish. That's why I'm plotting that zone. I want to see price. I'm very much interested in seeing price bounce off from here. Let me extend this. I really want to see price bounce off from here, come in, bounce off again. That is what I want to see. I want to join from here. So between Monday morning and afternoon, that may likely happen. Then I'll pull my trigger on gold. So Bitcoin, I was neutral on Bitcoin last week, and we actually saw price went all the way up and hit the 60k price level again. We're still having this structure. So if you are trading Bitcoin and you are buying, be very careful. Anything that happen, you can see this, right? You can see this, then it keeps pushing up, or you can see this and it keep pushing up. So be very careful if you are buying at that top, right? Be very careful. I'm not yet buying. I've not yet started buying Bitcoin again. I want to see it drop. I want to see that drop, that big discount, like either this drop to this trend line, then we buy from here, or we see it drop to this other level, then we buy from there. So this is my long-term projection on Bitcoin. So for this week I want to focus on just two pairs. First is the Euro JPY. So this is Euro JPY. I posted this on our Facebook group, and I said those of you who missed the sell move, this particular impulse, bearish impulse on Euro JPY, you should not panic that price will come back to this level, because I actually missed that bearish impulse. I was not on screen, so hey, get out. So if you can remember this chart I posted on the Facebook group, I was waiting for price to come reject here, and price came up but didn't reject, rather closed above. You see, this is exactly what I was explaining in the previous chart. Price closed above, retested, and still went up. So this is what I'm going to look at for this week. I'm going to delete this. I'm going to delete this now. I'm still very much bearish on Euro JPY, but right now price is at a very sweet level. So we just look for a direct sell from that top. Just look for a direct sell from that top there. So actually seeing more like a classical double top there. See, a classic double top here. So you can jump in a current market price sell, place your stop loss above this zone, or you actually wait for price to close below here, wait for price to come down, close below, retest, then you sell at that retest. So I'm bearish on Euro JPY. My target is still intact. I'm targeting 128.365. So that is my target there on Euro JPY. I'm very much bearish. Then on GBP JPY price actually moved and actually made that impulse. But if you want to join, just make sure you are waiting for price to tag this, then drop again. Alright, so at the end of the day, we have a shoulder pattern around there. Then we still see this move. Alright, so that is the big projection, that's the long-term projection on GBP JPY. Right, that's the long-term projection for me on GBP JPY. So on your entry time frame, you can still scale in, though it's very short, and still scale in. This is what we have here on my own entry time frame. So price went up, this is moving correctively, so I won't advise you jump in right here. Right, if you see get a rejection around here, you can sell to the downside. Then make sure your stop loss is very tight, because price can still make this one more move. Alright, then drop. You know, this is a downtrend, and this is more like making a correction, A, B, C, then we may see that drop. So be very careful if you are selling at CMP. Make sure your stop loss is tight, because price may make that one more push to the upside. So that is what I'm going to cover on this week markets forecasts. So if you learned something from this video, or you actually benefited from this video, I want you to hit the subscribe button below, like the video. If you have any questions on any other pair, even if it's not the pair I cover, maybe you want to ask questions on what my market buyers on maybe Euro USD or GBP/USD, just comment below this video. I will come explain that for you and tell you my market bias. I don't want to make this video lengthy, so that is why I'm making my pairs very short. These are basically what I have on my watch list for next week. These are the pairs I'm trading next week, so I'm sharing it with you right now. So I believe you have learned something from it. Make sure you are sharing this video with your friends that are trading. Make sure they learn from this. Share this video in your communities, your Facebook communities, your WhatsApp communities, your Telegram communities, trading communities. So share this video with them, and I wish you a profitable and peaceful week ahead. I'll see you in the Aplus Trading community on Facebook. Alright, take care, bye.